Been a while since I've done rum and real estate around here. Let's see. We got some mail. What's this? What the? Welcome to Rum and Real Estate, episode 108. Today, we are going to kind of go off the cuff talking about energy costs for your home. And maybe I should rephrase that, not maybe your energy costs. We're going to talk about mine. I have been maniacally tracking my energy bill, my energy usage since my last bill, which was like $6 away from 500. It was like $494 or something like that. And I said, there's no way I should be spending this much for my energy bill on this house. So I started tracking all of the by the hour, and I'm actually going to shoot over to shots of the spreadsheet that I was using to kind of show you how ridiculous I got, and just some of the, more importantly, the things that we learned from our usage, especially when it's 100 and something degrees outside as the heat index, and using the air conditioning units, and just ways that you might be able to reduce your energy costs. Maybe some unorthodox ways to do that, but they may be beneficial to you, because we're in the house all the time. Dana's here, the kids here, and I'm here all the time, but many people may not be in their home most of the day. And some of the things that they tell us, like raising your thermostat to 78 or 80 during the day, I have data that shows that it makes sense, but there is a balance to be made there when you have to have comfort in mind, and there are some things that you can do to help yourself. But we're going to try out a brand new rum. I just bought this one in Houston. Went to the Astros game, and I saw a bottle I hadn't seen before. Went to Specs. This one is called Ron Gobernador. The Gobernador. That's how I read it when I saw the Gobernador. This is from Cartagena rum. I'm screwing this up completely. Let's see. Yeah, West Indies. It's aged 12 years, aged in American charred white oak barrels. And I, again, haven't heard this. It's distilled from molasses, which is why I picked it up, because Bayou, which is the best American-made rum, is also specifically states they are made from molasses. So we're going to try this one. Ooh, I do like the smell of that one. Yes, I do use it on ice. I don't drink it neat. You can get out of my comments and tell me that I'm not doing this properly, but it's my show. I like to drink my rum on ice with a tiny bit of dilution, because who wants to drink warm rum? I don't keep this in the fridge. So this is Ron Gobernador, 12 years. Let's see. Ooh, that's tasty. I like that. It's got a little bit of hint of fruitiness in it. Oh, wow, that's dangerous. This tastes like I should be at Dwayne's Tiki Bar right now. I want to see what it says on the bottle. The print, like how tiny the print is. My camera can't even focus on it. It's so tiny. It is also a product of Colombia. Maybe that should be the first thing I said. Everyone knows, not everyone, but you're about to find out now. I love Colombian rum. It is my favorite country for rum. If it says Colombia, I buy it, and it's never been bad. There really is no description as to what they're putting in this. It has won a couple of awards, gold in 2018 at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. 2016's been a silver medalist. Based on the last few rums I've had on this show, I would put this up against those any day, and it would smoke them. So I would say the Gobernador. This one is absolutely worth picking up if you can find it. I don't know if Total Wine has it here, but I'm going to look for it now. I've never seen that bottle. But this is a good rum. So we're going to leave that here. Thumbs up to the Gobernador. All right, so let's talk about some energy costs. They suck. It gets so expensive. Louisiana is probably the worst weather in the nation. And they say, well, it's hot in Arizona, but it's the humidity here just makes it that much more oppressive. You know, and when my May bill was $158 and then my June bill was $494, you have to go, okay, what's up? And you have to look at all the data that they have as far as the temperatures. And once I saw what my bill was, I said, okay, this is ridiculous. I'm going to find out what exactly my usage is per day and track what is on and what's not on. And so I'm going to switch to a picture-in-picture. I'm going to show you my spreadsheet, and I'm going to kind of go through and show you what I did and where we learned certain things about our energy usage that you might be able to use yourself. All right, here is my spreadsheet. Pathological, psychotic, maniacal, use the words that you want to use. But this is what I did to track my usage. And I will show you where I'm having the real issue. But at the same time, you might be able to use some of these hints yourself, maybe for your particular home while we're in these stupid hot months of Louisiana. So I tracked what we were being charged per kilowatt hour. I tracked what we were using, and you can see here there was like a 3,000 kilowatt jump. I said, this is ridiculous. This is why I did all this. I figured out exactly how much power the major systems in my house pull. My ACs are super old. They are 22 and 24 years old now. Yes, that I said that correctly. There are 22 systems. They will freeze the house. If I allowed Dana, she would have it at 68 all year long, and you could hang meat in the house. But you can see here that they would pull a lot of power. They do pull a lot of power because they're not that efficient. And these are some window units that I'll show you in a second when we installed them and what the differences were and how we were able to get our power down, our usage down. And then I tracked the lights. This is insignificant. I'm not worried about that. So I started in June. I think it was June 28th. We were already like 14 days into the billing period. And look, I'm just going to scroll through here. I recorded every piece of note that I needed to write to describe what was on, what was not on, what we changed each day. Each day was the experiment. That was the word. I said, today's experiment is going to be one dehumidifier on all day and one AC on. And then we're going to set the ACs to certain temperatures. And what was the temperature when we turned them on? If it was overcast that day. And I tracked by the hours, however many hours between each one, and how much total energy I used every day. And that's what these are here. They're roughly 24 hours each. This was the one of the breakthroughs was on Nora's birthday. I set our front AC, which is where her room and the entire rest of the house is on one AC, and then our room and the boys' room is all on the back AC. So I set ours to 74 and hers at 76 because she said she was comfortable. And this was the lowest usage we had in a 10-hour period with the air conditioners on that day. And I said, sweet, we figured out what to do at night. We went out of town and it was just hot, just what it is. It was, we averaged 90 a day. But as you can see here, we figured this out. We figured out what to do with our air conditioners at night. The main thing is that we started using a window unit during the day that cooled the main part of the house. And let me tell you, if you've been sleeping on window units as an auxiliary air conditioning option, do not anymore. These new ACs, the window ACs, are super efficient. They blow super cold, And with the right amount of ventilation, if you have low ceilings, just have fans blowing, or if you're in our case with the high ceilings, we didn't even turn the fans on because it was actually sucking the hot air down. So we turned our fans off. That was the other kind of myth that we busted was if you have really tall ceilings, like we have a 13-foot pole from the ceiling down to where the fans are, we had to turn those off, and we found a significant change in just our comfort level. Even when the temperature in the house was 78 to 80 degrees. If it's 78 in your house with a window unit blowing and a fan or two, I promise you're going to realize it's not nearly as bad because the window unit is sucking out that humidity, and it doesn't feel bad at all in the house. And we're in the house all day. It's not like there's multiple hours of the day where we're not there. So here's where I wanted to show you where the problem was. As you can see, we had honed in. Here's my current. Here was kind of an, where is it? The usage. We had kind of honed in right here on how to do this. To get under 100 kilowatts a day when we were averaging 120 to 140. So you see here, and then we got, look at this. This is incredible. Oh, yes, I did figure out exactly how to figure out, as the days go on, what I'm going to be charged on my bill. I'm crazy when it comes to spreadsheets. Because we need to know. We need to know. This is the problem. They came and installed a new meter at my house. Just happened to be, called me that morning and said, we're going to install a new smart meter at your house. I did not change our routine at all. And look at the numbers. We're getting smoked again. And this is why I wanted to do this video. I made a Facebook post just showing screenshots of this, but this is the problem. I was averaging 3 kilowatts an hour for 15 days. They changed the meter out. Don't change a thing in our routine, in our power consumption routine, and it's now 5.18. So, now that you see that, I'm going to switch back, take the screen off, because I don't have Loom and I have to do this in separate videos. So let's talk about this on the next video. Okay, so I got another pour of the Gobernador. Let's talk about what we just looked at in my crazy spreadsheet and just what the implications are. There's good and there's bad. But let's talk about the bad stuff first, because the jury's going to still kind of be out because it just looks bad right now. And that is, as you saw with the numbers, I just happened to be tracking all this stuff before they installed my new meter. I did not know they were coming to bring me a new meter until that morning. And then from like that hour on, everything, all of my usage went up without changing my routine. So it's either the old meter was estimating how much usage I had, or this new meter is overestimating what I'm using now. And here's the problem that I have. It should not change, because the implications are, if the old meter was tracking numbers as I had on my sheet, but yet they're billing me on an estimate, then what's the point? Then I can't get an accurate reading I can't trust the electric company is going to be charging me or telling me that what I'm using is actually what I'm using. So then I create a spreadsheet tracking what's on that number and what's on the meter. And yet even when I got my bill, it was about 100 and something kilowatts off. And I said, that's okay, because there may be some days here and there where just, I don't know exactly what time they read it versus when I recorded it and what day. So I will give them like 100. I'll give them basically a day's worth of energy to, play with. But if that's the case, why would the new meter, the smart meter, which is supposed to be more accurate, start reading these wildly higher numbers? We're talking, like 60% more without changing a thing on my end. And they can say, well, it's hotter. Well, no, it was still hot. I didn't change anything in my routine where the averages are higher. I mean, a day here, a day there, I get it. But when the averages are 60% higher on my readings, this is where I'm going to have a problem. And I think y'all need to also start, maybe not this ridiculous, but maybe once a day. Check it in the morning and then just kind of record it and see how much you use every day. If you haven't gotten a new smart meter yet from Demco or Entergy, definitely start doing this now because they are going to do this. And that way you can check to see if your daily routine is going to start getting, if what you're recording is going to now look higher based on these new smart meters. Now, that's the bad part. And I am going to continue with this. I may do small updates because this is important because we kind of rely on electricity. And although energy is a public-private partnership, they kind of have a monopoly on it. And so if they want to start overestimating, how are you going to fight? What data do you have to say I didn't use all that? So we have to start doing things, unfortunately, like I'm doing, maybe to just track it and at least have a somewhat of a case to show them that something's off here. The things that we learned from this, though, and this is the part that I want to help anyone who's watching this, is that, like I mentioned earlier, if you're sleeping on a window unit, maybe because they just don't look good in the window, if you find a strategic window to put a window unit in during these hot months, June, July, August, September, sometimes October, it was really hot in October last year, I believe, and I have the numbers to show it, that will do two things for you. You will not use your air conditioning systems as much during the day, and that is the biggest, energy suck on your energy bill. Up to 50%. In my case, it's almost like 70%. And you will find that it actually does create a comfortable home. And if your family's, routine is that, kids are at school and y'all are at work, I totally believe now, after living in a 78 to 80 degree home all day, that you could easily set your ACs to basically be off until you get home and just have that one window unit, and you will see a decrease in your energy consumption, like a significant decrease in your energy consumption. Even if you use two, maybe one in your living room and one in a hallway window, or maybe in just your, maybe the master bedroom. I now have changed my thinking on the window units versus the dehumidifiers, only because I have if you have tall ceilings, the dehumidifier situation changes a bit. I am a big believer in dehumidifiers. If you have standard, 9 to 10 foot ceilings and fans on, you will see a better comfort in your house at higher temperatures, which I can really want to know. I can show you the data on that too, but it will save you money on your energy bill. Significant. I'm not talking 28, bucks here or there. I'm talking it could be 50 to 100. And between the window units and knowing when to run fans, ceiling fans, and dehumidifiers in your house, there's small investments. I mean, if you can buy a window unit for $150 and it can save you $150 in 2 months on your bill, maybe, let's say it's even 4 months on your bill, but then you run it all the time. Think about what it would be like in the spring and fall when you're not really trying to, it's not 100 degrees, but you still have your air conditioner on. You could be comfortable. You could probably not run your air conditioner for 2 months between October and November, or maybe even September to November. I'm doing this because I have the information. I showed you what I did, and if it's working for me to at least bring my usage down, that it can work for anybody. Because I will say, because of the design of my house, if you've watched my videos, I've talked about it. It's a weirdly designed house. If I can reduce my usage in this house, I think it could work for anybody. So what did we learn? We learned that David Madaffari, realtor in Baton Rouge, is a crazy spreadsheet maniac. And when he gets upset about spending too much money on something, he will do things like you just saw with this spreadsheet and tracking down to the penny and even figuring out exactly how your energy bill is created with a live update every time I enter data into it. But we did learn that there are things that you can do, small things, that can help you with your energy bill. And we have confirmed some myths that raising the temperature on your air conditioning system during the hot months will save you money. Like I said, when I thought it was, if I go from 73 to 74, how much is that going to save me? It saved me a lot of energy. And when I had figured out with my two systems, raising one from 73 to 76 and one from 73 to 74, I cut my energy usage by a third. Over a 12-hour period, that's a significant amount of energy saved, which also means more money back in your pocket. We did learn that the jury's still kind of out on these smart meters. So I will continue to track this, and I'm not going to adjust too much. And in fact, I'm doing a test right now, an experiment right now, where I never turned off my front air conditioning unit since last night. It was set to 76. I forgot to turn it off this morning. But yet, as I've been tracking today, the numbers haven't been that bad, and it's 99 degrees outside. So maybe, and I'm still using the window unit as well. So this may be another way that I can find some more information about how to help you guys, reduce your energy consumption during the day and save you a couple bucks on your energy bill. Well, more than a couple of bucks, really. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Rum and Real Estate, episode 108. We were drinking Ron Gobernador. That's my terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. But that's what it says. It has a B on it, Gobernador. And I'm going to recommend it if you can find it. So if you do find it, message me, text me, or whatever. Let me know, because I will be enjoying this and looking to have some more. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next Rum and Real Estate.